Alright, thanks everyone for joining in. Because okay, Bal, why don't you introduce why don't you tell the audience what's happening today? We have a very special episode.
Right. Okay, so first and
Special.
foremost, thanks guys. Welcome to another episode of NFTehTarik. My name is Iqbal. I'm the co-founder of Diplomat, also an urban artist, art director, creative, and graphic designer.
What up? My name is Zik from Vday. Creative director, creative head, designer, whatever you want to call me. And lately I've been into NFTs. We are all pretty noobs, very juniors at this, but we want to talk about it.
Yeah, even though we are episode 7, we're still noobs. We're still fresh. And we always want to share our journey, and also hopefully like the content that we create could kind of spark new interest into the NFT space. Yes, and also spark joy. So without further ado, let's start. So basically today's episode is all about the art of being an NFT collector. Like, I didn't know there's an art to it, but we created
Apparently
the topic.
Apparently there is.
Yeah, and
so okay, go on. Sorry,
okay, and I think today is extra special because after 6 episodes, we have the opportunity to invite a guest to join us.
Woohoo!
And it's someone that we've actually learned a lot from his IG lives with Za, with
his collections.
His collections. And he's a game card. Is it trading card collector? Is it how you call it? Sports card.
Yeah, I would say sports card.
Yeah. So without further adu, let's try and invite on stage Fari.
Right. I've sent the invite. Let me see. Let's see if you received it.
All right.
Yo.
Hey guys.
What's up? How's it going, man? How's it going?
Yeah, good. Staying up late because I have a lot of stuff to do.
Alright, so for those of you who don't know who he is, but you better know. Maybe you can give an introduction, bro.
Yeah, sure. I am Heenja. My name is Farid, but I'm known as Heenja by everybody. Me, basically. What I do is actually I've been collecting cards for a long time, sports cards, Pokemon cards, and I sell them. That's it. So what I've been doing for the last 2 years, it's a full-time thing, the last 2 years. Exciting. So we'll see another this we're just starting year 3 of just cards. And some exciting plans for this year that I will share maybe in a bit.
Okay, cool. So I think that I don't know about you guys, but there's this burning question that I have for Fari is that how do you survive being a card collector? Like for a layman person, they might think, card collection, is it a thing? So how would you respond to that?
Okay lah, it's very, very survivable.
Survivable.
One of the things that I've been, I guess, blessed with is starting early. So I started restarted lah. Back when I was a teenager, I was already buying cards. Started if remember. I don't know if you guys are old enough, but if you remember last time got those Dragon Ball one.
The 20 cents, right?
And then you spin the thing. Yeah, I think everybody started somewhere like that.
Just way back.
Yeah, those are actually worth a decent amount if it's in good condition lah. But yeah, we started there, and then stickers. You remember stickers like the
football stickers?
Man, those are quite classic. I guess it's always been in me like the collector's gene. But I only kind of restarted maybe 6-7 years ago to start collecting sports cards. I got started with soccer, of course. I mean, soccer fan, right? So, and then I bought some packs online. They sent it to me, and then I got lucky enough to get like a Frank Lampard auto.
Oh wow!
and then that kind of
Sounds dope.
restarted my passion, and then I just kept buying lah. I didn't have much other hobbies, I guess. Playing game, buying stuff with my money. The stuff I bought were cards.
Okay.
Nobody got it.
Okay. So
Nobody
something that
understood it.
ignited that was when you got the Frank Lampard card, is it?
Yeah, Frank Lampard autograph cards. So that kind
Ooh.
of jump
So that
started
triggered it,
everything.
Alright.
There's always a trigger. Always a trigger.
So like how can we like reenact the moment that you were having this blind pack, and then when you open it, and then was it the first card, or was it like the second or third card? And then when you saw it, and then like,
I think it was behind, if I'm not wrong. I was like, oh shit, who's this?
Save the
Because
best for
you
last.
see the autograph, you don't see the who it was signing. So I said, oh, cool, I got an autograph. Then it turns out I said, oh, not bad, Frank Lampard. And then I checked the prices. It was like I sold it for $400. I already kind of had like an eBay account last time. I was already kind of flipping sneakers. It was a long time ago. I was flipping sneakers and customizing sneakers. So I already had an eBay account, so I sold stuff. So I just reopened the account and tried to sell my soccer card, and kind of got the funds to buy more.
Sounds like you all started way back. Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit way back.
is it like in the
OG,
early 2000s?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I used to buy when I was in secondary school, like back when Jordan was still playing and stuff, just for fun.
That's like in the 1990s really.
Yeah, 90s.
Yeah.
Back when I was in secondary school, I spent my money on comics and cards. Kind of worked out.
Comics, okay.
I guess, in a way.
I mean at that age when I was younger, like like to be in the space that you are at, it's a dream to actually like either. I mean, for me, might not be trading cards. Probably was comic books. But I had collection, but I never sell. I never flip. I was just collecting only. The next thing you know, you put it over, gather dust, or like the thing tear, then like, alamak, must throw away. But then like when you see now people selling.
Comics.
Oh wow!
Oh, you kept it.
Wow. Yeah, I have a bunch lah, but some of the ones that I had was like, okay, so there was like teenage, during the teenager time. Then you started needing money to go out for dates and stuff like that. So I kind of sold a lot of my collectible stuff.
You gotta do it, man.
You do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, man. Wow.
So yeah, but the collector gene was quite. I mean, I got it quite early lah. As in buying stuff and collecting. Yeah.
Wow.
So I want to ask this. So you have all these like, okay, so you lean onto your passion, which is collecting, and you kind of know that is what you're passionate about. But how do you manage to know how to kind of turn into profit? How do you manage to see like certain value of that particular comics and all that? Because like for me, right, because for me, I will like I have comics last time. I have all these like, for example, sticker books or whatever. But it doesn't even cross my mind about flipping it. I will just like, I want to own it for a certain period of time and that's it. But how do you kind of see that?
I don't know. I don't know what, but to me back then, even it always felt like, maybe it started off as an excuse. Right, my mom, my grandma, whatever, say, why you buy all this? Then I would say, yeah, in the future it will be worth something. In the future it will be worth something. It started off as an excuse to me. Yeah,
Okay.
But then I guess eventually you kind of start believing your own excuse.
You manifested
it, right?
I manifested it into life. Yeah. Now I have the final laugh, of course, but but it took like I don't know how many years. How many years has it been since I've been collecting stuff? Like at least 20 years.
Damn. Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay, so now with all that experience, like now we are moving into the NFT space. So like how did you get started on collecting NFTs?
Okay, so I think one of the biggest triggers of NFTs was Topshot. I don't know if you guys seen the
Topshot,
they did, right? Topshot is basketball, like kind of short clip kind of videos, right?
It was early, right?
Yeah, it was one of the earlier NFTs that really kind of blew up because at that time as well, I think cards were starting. I think Gary V was shilling that you bought like a lot of Giannis cards and stuff like that. And so the sports card market was kind of booming as well.
Okay.
So people were trying to find, I guess, avenues to buy into sports collectibles, maybe. Right. So that's how I saw it, and that's how I got into NFTs. I bought a bunch of Topshots. LeBron, of course, and although I think at one point in time the collection went up to maybe 5 digits worth, but now it's not that much because I think one of the biggest hit NFT markets was actually Topshot.
I see.
Yeah, so the price for most of the I think Topshot moments kind of went down after that super big pump. But I didn't put too much into it. I just kept flipping whatever I have. So I didn't really feel bad about. I guess I didn't even lose money. Okay, you lose. I still have a bunch of NFTs inside. So yeah, I haven't really lost money. I guess I can still sell them for. I spent less than $500.
Okay. So Topshot was like your bridge between the physical card collection to an NFT. Yeah. So when you first entered that space, how was your feeling? How was your what was going through your mind?
Well, it kind of ignited the collector trigger that I have lah.
Even more.
It's digital. It's so easily accessible. Yeah, I guess in a way. So getting into that collecting mode in digital. There wasn't much friction, you know what I mean? It's like you can buy everything very quickly. You just need your credit card details and you can buy a collectible online. So it was pretty easy to get in lah.
So you kind of like got the process down. It's pretty seamless lah, I would say.
Correct. I think they made it, one of the things that they made the Topshot made very well was actually how seamless it was to get into buying NFT. Exiting was very difficult at that point in time because they were still there was no real way to sell it for a long time. So people were in this kind of whatever gains I get from this NFT, I just roll it over to another NFT. So you kind of play a game of rolling upwards lah. But now I think you can withdraw, but for a long time they weren't able to withdraw as well. But because the ecosystem didn't involve like buying crypto, didn't involve getting a wallet. Well, they have their own wallet, but it's all very seamless. They made it very easy, and I think that's why a lot of people got into it.
I see. So basically, like, I think to summarize, like, the reason why you like what you said earlier, the reason why you got into NFTs because it's just like a collector, like it's another card collection, but it's on digital space, right?
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
So the next question I want to ask, like, what was your first like non-card project did you like invested on? Like, which NFT did you? What was the first one that is not card related?
Not sports lah.
Yeah, not sports or like like card collection lah. Because this one is like, you know, like basketball cards, but it's digitalized. Yeah. So like, what's the first NFT project did you like say like, hey, this is like a good project, and then like you went straight into it?
Yeah. Okay. Again, it's also not in like the one that we're doing right now on like Solana. Have you heard of Viv? Or Viv?
Oh, VV. Yeah.
Yeah, Viv.
The Marvel one, right?
Correct. So I bought a copy there. That's my first like, NFT outside of Topshot.
Wow. Okay.
But it's still like a collectible lah.
It is a collectible. Yeah. It's actually super difficult. Back then, I think trying to get into their mint is impossible. I don't know what you call it. I can't remember what they call it, but their mint lah. Your
some
purchase.
Launch. Yeah.
Wow.
Launch. They sell out every single time in seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy because I tried, and then after 2 attempts, I gave up.
Yeah, I bought on the secondary. I only have one. Then after that, I think I really started getting into like your Solana chains and Ethereum chains. It took me a while because my style of buying is I would kind of take my time. to look for what I want, right? If I'm not wrong, my first one was Astral Ape.
Astral Ape.
If I'm not wrong, that was my first
Shout
one.
out.
So that's 4 months ago, so not that long ago lah.
I see. So that means you started on the Solana blockchain first lah.
Yes, correct. So,
Wow, this is very interesting, man. This is very interesting because, like, I think, but for us, so Farid, for you, you're exposed to Topshot, the Vday platform and all that. Like for me, I was exposed to OpenSea. That was the first thing that came to mind when it comes to NFT. Yeah. So it's interesting to find out that there's different journeys, different paths that people are
different starting points.
Yeah.
Because when we both started, when we wanted to learn, we actually went to OpenSea straight up, and then we were like looking at projects, and then we were typing on Twitter like OpenSea. We typed literally OpenSea NFT, and then we find like all these interesting projects, and then little did we know that every time we dig deeper, we realized that, for example, Metalheads was one of the first one that we saw, and then Divine Anarchy. But then Divine Anarchy sold out very fast, and then Metalheads was still minting, and then we found out that Metalheads was actually Singapore based, and then we realized that actually there's a lot of like NFT projects that are Singapore based, and then it kind of like opened up our mind further, and then that's where we went through all the experiences that we shared on our episodes lah.
I realized this. I think the journey for me also as well. Actually, I went into OpenSea quite some time ago, but I found it a bit kind of daunting, to be honest. Right. So for me, I went to something that I was comfortable with, which is things that I know lah. Right, sports, comics, licensed characters, things like that. So I feel a bit more safer. I get a feel for it. Then once you start getting used to all the other ways of getting OpenSea or Magic Eden or whatever, that really kind of opens up a whole different level of buying lah.
So I think just to go back to the topic, which is the art of being an NFT collector, I think the first step for anybody here who are new to actually enter is to find something that you're comfortable with. Right, guys? Like, it's really based on your comfort zone.
Lean on to something that you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Like all our journeys started differently, but passions.
Yeah, so basically, like for me personally, like I mean, to kind of talk about the art of being an NFT collector is like the mentality lah. Like, what are the factors do I deem myself when looking at an NFT piece? Like what factors, like what characteristics do I look for? I think when I first started was definitely like something that I can afford. So at that point of time, like when I was in the NFT space, I didn't have that much funds yet. So definitely like I wanted to like buy an NFT lah from the first get-go with Haziq. We only have like how much, like 1,000 around there. And then like, we were like looking, and then I got scammed. so 600 gone. I was left with 400.
Ouch.
And then we were like, oh no, like what happened? And then we so surprisingly, one of our friends like gave us a plug to a project called Toddler Pillars. It was a very freaky, weird looking NFT, but then over time it kind of grew on us lah. Like it became like that looks cool because it has so many characteristics, so many interesting attributes. And then minting was 0.04, right? Yeah, 0.04 ETH.
Yeah.
And it was just nice. I was like, oh, okay, like I can. And then and then just nice also, like the gas fees wasn't that high. And then I straight away told Haziq, I said, hey, I'm going to mint. And then he was like, okay, can I also mint? Then both of us minted lah. And then that was like my first, his second, because before that he actually bought a Metalheads NFT off the secondary market. Yeah. After which, like over time when we were researching for projects, the gas fees were met, and then that's why we suddenly, because we saw, is it Solana Kitty or some 3D some 3D cat on Solana blockchain, and then we were like, hey, that's interesting. And then we discussed and say, hey, why not we research on the Solana space lah and see like what NFTs are down there. And then the moment we went, the first thing we minted, Meta Waifu.
Wow, this one
This one cannot, man. Our wives can find out. Kau kena cancel ya.
So that's been the journey lah so far.
Yeah,
I would say. The thing that I want to ask is, what has when you started, you kind of have a strategy when you kind of maneuver around the NFT space.
Yeah.
After potting, well, you're still bouncing off, toggling between doing your physical card, sports cards, and also NFTs, right? So when you first dive into NFTs, like you had a strategy, or maybe you don't, and then right now you could have been formulating a strategy. So how has that evolved? Like, are you more? Would you say are you more wiser in selecting like projects or whatever? So are you able to share any thoughts on that?
Yeah, sure. So I think like you guys, I think for anybody, right? If you want to start off, the first thing you do is just dive in lah. But when you choose, the first thing that pulls to you has to be the art, right?
The art, guys. The art.
Connect with. So which is what I did lah. And then I think what I do spend most of my time on in terms of research and everything is actually Discord.
Okay.
Right? I spend so much time on Discord now, it's ridiculous.
Oh, I think Discord is insane lah. I don't know how you guys last 30 minutes on Discord.
I'm on Discord like so much now. Primarily not just to get a lot of the project, a lot of the Discords I mean are not even NFTs that I own, right? It's just to get a feel of the people being involved and the community being involved. I realized that's a pretty big difference maker in terms of what I wanna kind of attach myself to. I've also realized that my style is if I like something, I kind of get a bit crazy about it. So for example, I get bullish about some things once I feel that, I see things that I like. Not necessarily art, because number one thing that I look out for is the art lah. Doesn't have to be necessarily good or anything. It's just you have to be able to connect to it. The next thing I look at is I go into the Discord. I look at things like announcements. I look at for more photos and sneak peeks. Then I hang around the Discord for a while. If I kind of have a good feel, I'll try to buy one if it's not minted yet. And then after that, I stick around and see how it goes. And then I buy more lah. If I really like what I like the environment that I'm in and community that
the vibes
the vibes, yeah. For me, it's I think you guys had discussed about the hodling versus flipping, right? So a lot of people, I've realized that a lot of people just get in to flip. I don't feel like I'm there to do that. So I've only sold like one NFT. I've just been hoarding things that I like. Because I
noticed that I noticed that you didn't mention anything about roadmaps. So are roadmaps something that you look out for? How do you feel about roadmaps?
Okay, so roadmaps has to be attached with the people that are doing the roadmaps, right? Yeah. So I think if you get a feel that the people in the Discord, your admins, your mods are kind of active, or how they have managed to kind of complete their milestones, then the roadmaps become a lot more valid. Otherwise, it's just kind of a plan that that is there for people to follow, or just giving people a rough idea of what you think you want to do. But the roadmap is only as valuable as the team that is going to run it.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. A community itself can be enough without a strong roadmap. I've seen that many times. A lot of the
Yeah.
successful ones don't even have a good roadmap
Yep.
or good
100%.
programs, but because the community manager or the mods are very, very good at engaging and building up the energy within the community, it really kind of sustains the NFT and the group.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I think something related to this. So we have a question from Ham Mohammed. Like, if the looks of the art is not good, but you know the project can fly, would you guys still buy it to flip or maybe hold? That was one of the first questions.
Okay, Fari, I'm going to let you answer that. Fari, go ahead.
I've never... I don't think I've ever bought anything that I don't like to look at. I think only one, and that's because I think one of the admins was kind of an admin for my other group, and he's really quite an awesome guy So I kind of bought a few, and it was quite cheap. So other than that, there's and it's 3D pixel, the pixelated, which is not my style. But I bought that because I think Indian is pretty cool. Community felt okay, quite vibe. And that's it that's the only one. Everything else, I kind of like the art or the style, or I can relate to it, or it has good utility.
Yeah, so far it seems like most of us, the three of us, are very art driven than utility driven. Like hopefully we can find someone that is utility driven that can give us their insight, because so far, no matter what, art will always be a factor to what we choose when we actually invest in an NFT or buy an NFT.
Yeah. I think the reason for that is like art is the one that pulls you in first, right? Because if I see something that people don't put an effort into the art, not really effort, like I don't feel comfortable going in right? There are a few exceptions. I think one of the ones that I really want to get into is Tasty Bones because it's super cute. The one
Tasty Bones.
Tasty Bones.
It's so simple, but I think it's still.
Are you in yet, Tasty Bones?
I'm not in the whitelist but I'm in the Discord
Okay, Discord. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
their
the
gimmick
vibe.
is smart. Their gimmicks are good.
Right.
To
I
actually
like that feel, the colors. So it's still the art I think that pulls in. It has to show an effort.
Yeah. I guess like as simple as Tasty Bones, like even his doodle also, like the aesthetic look is still quite pleasing, which is also very important. Yeah. So I think I got a question for you guys, because like I think amongst the three of us, like so far, Farid, you sold one. Haziq, you haven't sold one. I sold a few. So the question would be, okay, and it's not flexing. So basically the question would be like when it comes to holding and flipping, right? Like what makes you guys like want to hold it like so much, like the value of the NFT that you attain, like why? And then the second question that adds to it, like how much would you want, like if someone were to offer you to buy that off you, like how much would you want to let go? Like maybe you can like take some examples of like some of the NFT that you have. Anybody want to go to first? Or maybe you want me to exemplify? Like I can.
Go ahead, Val. Go for it.
Okay, so an example, like because I flip so that's why like I kind of know. Like for me, like and when I first started, like anything goes. Like as long as it looks nice, I will just take and I hold. And then over time, when I bought the first Meta Waifu, the strategy when I started in Solana, I actually shared with Haziq. Like when I went to Solana blockchain, I suddenly switched into flip mode. Like I didn't. It wasn't the intention to hold. It was just like, okay, I want to try. Like I want to know how a flipper feels. Like when you sell that first amount, right? Like how does it feel? So I didn't even check the rarity of the first NFT that I minted. I straight away, like it was 1.2 sold to mint, and then I straight away listed it at 3. And then like it was at 4 a.m. So imagine I minted. Then I was looking at it. I was like, oh, it looks cool. Then I listed. Then I went to sleep at 4:30. I woke up at 8. It was sold. Then I was like telling Haziq, like, bro, like someone bought it. Like for me, that feeling was, it's like a drug induced kind of a moment. I felt
You're
like I was
addicted to
shocked.
it.
Yeah, and
Like
then because
me
of that,
buying
I
and
actually
selling
bought.
the lampat.
I think so. I guess. Yeah, and then I straight away bought 2, and then I listed it again, and then I sold one more at 2.6, and then one the mate it stayed with me lah. But because of the one I sold for 2.6, I bought one more, and then I sold that again. Yeah, so like the thrill was there lah. But then over time, I realized that from there I discovered that there's value in the rarity of the NFT. And that's where I re-strategize the whole thing again. And then like, okay, if I want to sell to make sure that I have enough funds that I could snipe a rare. And then I would keep that rare for myself lah. And then I would just sell the lesser rare NFT. So yeah, that's how
But it sounds like you went through a discovery phase of your behaviors of NFT. So at first you kind of collect it for the art, and then you decided to take a jab at selling, at listing. And then when you found that you woke up, someone bought it, the adrenaline that kicks in, you kind of like, damn, this is something that might be a thing that you can try out. So I guess that hasn't gotten onto me yet. Because no one want to buy my NFTs. So anyway, I would say some people are they might be going in with already that mentality. They'll be used to. They'll be like used to it already. I'm in to flip, and that's how it's gonna go.
And to be frank, that mentality is actually quite addictive, because after I made the second sale, right, my third one was actually at a loss. So I minted at 1.2, but I sold it at 1.1. And the reason being because I wanted money to mint a Necoverse at that point of time. Is it a Necoverse or is it a Kaizen? It's a Kaizen. I wanted to mint another project, but then I didn't have the money. But I thought like I could sell it slightly above like 1.4, 1.5. It didn't happen. Like days after days after days. And I can safely tell you it was like cold turkey for me. Like after you get that thrill of selling, right,
serious,
suddenly, like the next day, every time you wake up, it's like imagine every morning I'll be waking up and going to my computer and then like checking my Phantom wallet, like see any any share.
Any sale.
I don't know. So does that sound healthy? What do you think?
So something that I want to share so that like it's an experience for me lah. And then that's where I realized that like it's not nice. So perhaps like the stopgap solution was to re-strategize my mindset lah. Like I'm still definitely whatever projects that I go in, I definitely go for the art. But at the end of the day, like if I want to do the flipping thing, is to strategize to snipe for rares, and then like, making sure that could manage like over time like it brings value.
That sounds like my life every day, because I flip.
Coming from an experience, so Farid, based on your observations of what you heard our discussion so far, how is it that in what ways that is relatable to you, and how do you maneuver this kind of like
basically
stuff?
Like like I've been doing this. Okay, so I haven't before I went into this full time, right? I rarely sold my card, to be honest, because I buy what I want to hold. And I buy things that I believe has value in the longer term, right? So when I decided to kind of do this full time, right, I had to go into that mode of being able to flip, right?
Do you enjoy it? Was there
selling.
joy? Yeah.
In selling, I don't find joy in selling any of the stuff.
Okay. That explains why you got only one NFT sold.
Exactly. But also maybe because I'm kind of numb to the whole flipping, getting profits thing, because I've been doing it for a while with whether it's sneakers last time to
being numb. Okay.
Yeah. So when I guess when you can, for me, that's the same kind of strategy that I bring into NFTs lah. I buy things that I feel I can hold for a long time, that will have value as we go along, so that I don't feel bad about not selling it lah. Right? So if you get what I mean lah. I know there's nothing wrong with getting into like flip mode with with NFTs, because it's quite profitable, right? And it's quite a fast way to earn. But I just bring it. I kind of look for what I had in the past, where I was just buying and collecting stuff. I had a lot of fun buying and collecting my cards in the past, right? And just hoarding them. When it turned into a business, I couldn't really just buy and collect stuff. So I think I'm kind of doing that with NFTs lah. And I feel that if you are in a good enough project, if you do, you're not going to get 100% accurate with all your purchases lah. Right? Just leave it at that. You're going to get some losses, but if you kind of get a feel, and then you kind of know the people, you kind of know who's involved in the project and stuff like that, you feel more comfortable with holding it, and that's why I can hold on to stuff for a while lah. I just feel comfortable about my purchase.
And I think like just to add on to that, like even I've sold some, and because of the selling also, like I felt like from there my learning journey was that there needs to be a balance of flipping and holding, because like without me flipping, I won't get the enough funds or to snipe a rare and then sell some more, and then after that buy other projects which I find that I have more capability of holding. For example, like recently I actually minted a Neko. I actually bought a Nekoverse off the secondary market, because that time when I was minting it, like 60 seconds gone, sold out. And then at that point of time, I learned about the feeling of being FOMO. So this is just an experience to share. So what happened was, when you never get to sell, when you never get to buy, and then you straight away go into secondary market, the amount that they had was, I think, how many thousand? 6,000 or 7,000. But I don't know whether is it bots or people are actually like buying or sweeping the floor, and it's constantly changing. Like, can you imagine, after they bought it at 1 sol, they listed it at 1.2, and the floor price was 1.2, but then everything that is around that price are being swept. That means when I click on it, right, it's not listed anymore, and then you have to refresh. And that process was going for like an hour, and the price went from 1.2 all the way to 1.89 to 2.14, and then went down. And I was like clicking non-stop, and I'm not getting any. I was like frustrated, I was stressed, and I was like, hey, how am I going to get one Nekoverse NFT? And then suddenly at 1.89 I managed to get one, and guess what, guys, like 6 hours later it went back down to 1.3. And I was like, shit. So that's where
which is something that I want to ask Fari, like based on your experience in the sports cards industry and all that, how do you, what are some of your observations in the NFT space, like the culture as a collector, like the rug pulls, the floor prices and all that? What has been something that you find interesting in this culture?
I think the FOMO is the same.
FOMO
I think there's FOMO in everything.
Okay.
People just kind of don't want to miss out, and they just keep buying and buying and driving the FOMO, right? It's the same. People always look at things like, how do you make quick money, right? Which is common in, I guess, NFTs is even faster than cards. Right, so the movements in the markets are even faster. So if you're talking about commonalities, then I think those two are some of the biggest drivers in terms of how quickly sell and how quickly something can be successful or not. In the end, I think if with enough money, everything can be manipulated.
Yeah.
If there's enough whales that want to buy up the floor and raise up the floor price of anything, prices can be manipulated. So just, yeah, I mean, I've seen it, and I kind of feel that. But I mean, in the end, if you're in a project and a whale kind of buys up entire floors and sweeps so much, you're not going to complain, right? So find the ones that have that lah. So that's the kind of thing that I look for also as well in cards. But my when it comes to cards, I'm actually a lot more clearer, because maybe it's the experience and stuff. I just buy things that are kind of blue chip.
Okay.
Because you really kind of go wrong.
Okay.
You just need a bigger upfront.
Yeah. Okay, so is there anything that you don't like about the NFT space? Anything that like annoys you at this point in time?
The FUD, man. The FUD.
What's that?
Fear,
uncertainty and doubt.
Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Okay.
Yeah. When you go inside a Discord and people just come in and say, "Hey, what happened to this? I don't think this is good," and it's like, what's the point of that, right?
Oh, I see that a lot, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't get the point. I mean, what's the point? Why do you want to go into something and just kind of shit on it, right? And you know.
Okay. I didn't know it was a thing. Okay.
It annoys me. I mean, to me, if you're in something that people enjoy it,
yeah, but I think it's an inevitable moment. I guess, especially when it comes to the minting phase, when there's a mint launch going to happen, right? The next couple of minutes before mint, right, like all these funds will just come in, flood the whole thing. And then when you look at it, while you're having anxiety on like, okay, mint is live, they will put it on the mint sub page, the link, and then you want to go there. And then people will like say like, "Oh, is this the exact URL?" And then you'll be like, "Oh, am I gonna click the wrong thing now? Like, what's going on?" But then you know it's the official link. You know that it's not going to be wrong. But then like all these people are actually like causing FUD like everywhere while you're actually preparing to meet.
This one that I'm in quite, they said that, "Oh, this project looks like another project was rugged." I'm like, you know, you kind of add that additional layer of worry when you want to purchase something, which is why I think one of the things I realized is don't rush into it lah.
Yeah.
You know, spend as much time as you can in the community, then you can get a feel of what it is. Sometimes in the past, the things that I realized that I don't get attached myself too much is the one that I kind of just found it out. Yeah, I just found about this project. It's only minting tomorrow, so I don't have much time to, you know, kind of get a feel. And then you rush into things, and then you kind of, okay lah, maybe this wasn't that worthwhile.
Okay. Wow.
Interesting.
All right.
That's one of the things I don't see that in cards so much, because I don't know, there's always dips in the market, and everybody knows that it's going to be dips in the market maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so we've been on and on for about 45 minutes, but you want to do a quick reset?
A quick reset
before we wrap this up.
Quick reset before we say that. Okay, basically, hi guys. Welcome to NFTehTarik EP07. We are privileged enough to have Fari or Heenja Cards on with us, our first guest on our show. And our topic for today is the art of being an NFT collector. Yeah.
Ooh. So I'm actually enjoying the conversation. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, but then now the next thing is you haven't answered my question, bro. Like Fari already answered.
Oh, okay.
What? Hear me again?
Okay, so basically the question is like, what was my question? Shit. Like,
What's the question?
Like, okay, what are the characteristics of like the project that you have, right? That you want to hold it so badly, and then like at what cost would you let it go?
Okay, so I will give a very good example lah. I'm actually gunning for Befriend. which I don't think I can get ever. So the reason being because I'm a big fan of Gary, and I don't think I can ever get my hands on it because of the floor price. It's it's crazy lah. So but if you kind of like look at on the art aspect, it is pretty like I will feel like upset. I won't feel upset. I won't feel I won't be able to sleep at night spending 15K on that for that particular piece of artwork. Although it has got value, I won't be able to sleep at night. Probably maybe about 2.5 nights lah. But after that I'll be okay. So and if it's something that I own, and it's so that will be my answer to you lah about what I'll be looking to keep or what I'll be looking out for. But in terms of selling, once I get it, it'll be very hard for me to sell lah, for sure. I'm a keeper lah.
Okay. But why would you want to keep though? Because like I think I know that you have the metal heads. The metal is not bad. But then like my question, okay, this one like I don't know whether is it like pressuring you, like I know that you don't really go into the Discord to see any update of metal heads, right?
Oh, like, for metal heads?
Yeah.
As in like, once in a while.
Once in a while, yeah.
Because Discord is crazy.
Like. Yeah, so like are you just holding it like you just at the back, like put inside my storage?
Okay. So okay.
Yeah, so what's the thought about?
I think I got the luxury of so when I owned the metal heads NFT, I got invited to be into the raffle. So that actually got me like, hey, actually there's something here if I own it. Okay. Oh, and then apart from that is the art. I have the gold visor, so I like that. And also the fact that it's quite it isn't uncommon. So I was quite happy with it.
Okay.
Overall.
So you're holding it because it's nice to you lah. Whether it's not, it's something that like it looks good. I don't care what are they going to do with it based on the roadmap. Like I'm still pleased aesthetically with the artwork.
I'm happy to flex it.
Okay. Nice.
For me, I think before I go in, right, I take a lot of time to go into the project. I understand, right? So I think I kind of that's because of that you invest that much time. You kind of want to hold it lah. And I usually would have things that it has some kind of utility to it lah. It's not all pure art.
Yeah.
For most of mine lah. Because there's so much pure art NFTs out there, but I still look for some kind of utility. Doesn't have to be much. It could be the utility could come from the awesome community, like the samurai one that I shared with you guys, right? So that one, I started with 1, and now I have 10.
Wow.
Is it the project 3333?
3333, yeah.
Wow.
Right.
And that was not driven by any roadmap or anything. It's just the community is awesome. The community manager herself actually got so much collabs. And now I'm even more into it because one of the collabs got me, there was a kind of what they call a samurai hunt. So you go all over the internet to have to hunt for something. And then they gave me a giveaway. They had a giveaway with a partner, a collab. And then I was looking at it that day. I got airdropped the giveaway, right?
Nice.
And the giveaway is happened to be worth now I think like 14K or something, which paid for everything. So it kind of covers all my costs of NFT so far. So it really means a lot when you're in a good community. So the ones that I enjoy the most, I like the samurai one because they have a good community, and the art is awesome. Of course, I think it's one of my favorite things. The other one is Jungle Cats. They have a really good community. They're always active. They have they always have and they had a fitness challenge where if you were top in the fitness challenge, you get Jungle Cats. I tried, but obviously I didn't win. Because there are apparently some athletes there or something. But yeah, you look out for things that where the admins and the mods are active, and you kind of automatically is like a hodling mechanism,
Yeah.
right?
Because of the
Because
community.
because of the community. That is the utility lah. Others are like games and actual utility where you can stake and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I think it rings true to like all the projects that we are in also. Like for me personally, like so far the first one is Necoverse. So that one, I don't know why, like I was really FOMO and I decided to went in, and then like I was telling Haziq about it, and Haziq was like, they are cute, and then like it's okay, then like, okay fine, then I'll just like dive in, and just nice like 2 nights back they airdrop a pet for your Neko pet, so it's like now my pet has another pet in it. It's weird and then I think tonight they are going to launch their Neconomics, so it's like a
Coins
a
lah.
tau, like a
Tokens,
coins, some tokens for, because
They have a
at
game,
the end of
right?
the day, it's a game. It's a play to earn game. It's actually like Axie Infinity. Apparently, it looks like it. The thing, it looks cool It's just that when I bought for 1.89, the only little regret that I had was like I bought like a super common POS, piece of shit. that looks like like I wish like I had something more cool looking, because after that when I start looking at rarity and all that, like I saw some that they were placed at 1.8, and then I was like, well, if I had at 1.8 and just hold, like, I would have just like sniped a nice one for myself. Yeah, and then I think second to that was Days Ducks. So Days Ducks is actually like one that both of us minted. So right
I
now
was looking at getting one also.
Yeah, and now the floor price is like 4.8.
4 point something, right?
Yeah, mad. But the good thing about it, the community is quite interesting because when I posted, then they had like a raid team that they created in the Twitter, like a Twitter chat, and then like everything they share is like, hey guys, like you see this link, go to this link, like just like say something on it. Then I was like just playing around with them and all that, and then like because of that, then they were constantly updating. Like they were saying okay guys, like we are planning to give like all the sales from secondary market, 100% is going to be split among holders. So like those who hold, like, and then from there, like I first listed it, I remember like I was thinking like, because it wasn't a rare, so I was like, okay, I bought it at 1, I want to flip it, I just put it at 2. Then after that, because of the announcement, straight away hold je lah.
Yeah, I think good communities have that kind of things that they do to kind of either make you delist or make you hold. So yeah, I kind of that's because of the things I look for in the beginning, it makes hodling easier for me.
Yep.
Okay.
It's about the active about how active the community is.
Yeah. So, sounds like based on the conversation that we're having, sounds like the biggest takeaway is definitely the community, because the mention of like roadmaps and all that, it was at one point in time was a thing that people look out for, but now it has all been about the community, because they are the ones who can actually lift the floor price. They are the one who can actually create like much more of a positive community for you to be everyone to be engaged and involved in the project. So yeah, I think from this conversation, for those who actually are looking to actually start collecting NFTs, I think the involvement in the community, in the Discord and all that would you guys agree with me if I say it's the number one thing to look out for?
Yeah, that's what I look out for when I look for
I think I can agree with that. Yeah.
I guess like for those starting out there, like the characteristics is so far like I think the main ones is based on your budget, the community, the art, and the community. Like I think if for those of you who don't think like I don't need about art then maybe community is like the main one, because like it seems to be the driver now. Like to be frank, like I also don't really look at roadmaps anymore. Like I see the roadmap, like I don't know whether they fulfill it, they don't fulfill it. But then
there's a lot
like,
that's the same also.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you're in that group, if that group is like fun enough to hang in and like hear their conversations, like I feel like that is like a project that that you should be investing in, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, let's do something. Let's come up with 3 things that anyone new who wants to jump into NFTs can actually think about, can consider. So first would be the community. Check out the community. Second one, what would you guys say? Second tip. The art. Focus on the
Buy
art.
something that you like.
Yeah.
What you're passionate for, the art.
Yeah.
Okay, so what will be the third thing?
For me, it's buy something you can afford first.
Okay,
you
budget.
can afford to hold.
Yeah.
Afford to hold.
Okay.
Afford to hold,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
think
if
this is
you
a
can't
good
afford
one.
to hold, right? You might be forced into a position where you don't really want to sell and the floor is down and you're kind of making a loss. But
Yeah.
if you can afford to hold when you buy that thing, you can wait it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I got a scenario, guys. Like, for example, let's just say you have an NFT and it's a legendary or like a mythic, like the highest level. And you tell yourself like, okay, like I'm holding it, but then like I want to list it Like you put it up, and then suddenly like you put it at the highest amount that you think you can put. Like for example, like 500 sold, and then you thought like, yeah, nobody is going to buy that thing because this project just minted. Like I know I got a legendary, I'm just gonna put it. Then sekali pop, someone snap it. Like what do you feel about that situation? Would you put yourself in that situation or like, nah, I'm just going to keep. Like I'm not going to even like go there. Like
If I list and something sells like that, I would buy a few at the comment and stuff like that. Because I feel good enough for the project, right? Right? And it can actually afford me to buy quite a lot more and kind of deepen my stake in the project. I would do that. But yeah, I would actually, if I ever get a legendary, I would flip to get more rares, epic kind of level stuff. Just so that, you know, especially if something that you believe in.
Okay. So you have no emotional attachment to a legendary, for example?
Unless I really like it.
Okay.
I don't see myself really liking a legendary compared to a rare that maybe I can find that I can kind of be comfortable with.
Okay. That's an interesting mindset.
Yeah, because I think one of the reasons.
It depends on the timing also, I think. I think you can't sell legendaries too early also. Yeah,
because like I'm always reflective about that. One of the reasons being is like just recently, Days Ducks, one of the legendaries was sold for 300 sold. And then like I was like looking at it, like that's 42,000. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even looking at the Ethereum blockchain. That one, if I see the millions, I'll be like, it's not. This is like something attainable. One of the reasons why it's something attainable because like I minted a Days Duck NFT, and like to know like if I had a legendary, like my question is like how much would I want to let go for a legendary, you know? Because in my mind, I would actually do what Farid does also. Like I would list it, but then like I would put it at a price that I feel that I can let go, like, you know, like just let go, you know, and not like hold. You know what I mean?
Put a no regrets price lah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think if somebody is willing to pay, then pay lah. Then you buy more lah. You can sweep the floor.
Are you willing to do that, Zik? If let's say you had a legendary.
Let's put it this
way.
Depends.
Let's
say it's and then the legendary is a Ninja Turtle.
Ooh, you went there.
Character.
You went there.
So what would you do? But then you know that the other legendaries were selling for like 500 soul. Would you sell the only one Ninja Turtle?
Okay, I'm gonna say that I won't sell it. I knew it. I'm just putting this question just to push Haziq in the corner because like I know his characteristic. He's the type where he will keep things on.
I will keep. Bro, I might even keep my Shiba all the way. I don't know why.
Hey, but you got offers, right? You got offers?
Yeah, I got
also,
offers. I got offers.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so here's the thing, right, about holding for a long time, right?
Mm.
So if I look at my card prices,
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
I've not spent anything last time lah. Most of my cards that I sold have gone for 20x, 30x.
Wow.
Because I was sitting on them for 5-6 years.
Okay, I got a question. Like 20x is how much?
It depends lah on the card. So like the biggest,
Mhm.
so for example, the one of the LeBron rupees that I sold for, right?
Mhm.
I bought for 2,500. I sold about for 40K. Right?
Wow, this is like the legendary.
Yeah, so yeah lah, it's but it took a while
40K.
lah.
6 years
about maybe that card 3-4 years lah. Right? You have to wait for the right. But the thing
Okay.
about cards and NFT is a bit different lah. Because a project, NFT project can go sideways.
Volatile lah.
The project itself, because people might leave and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's a risk.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
it's you have to weigh up lah.
Okay.
Also, you have to know. Number one thing that you have to know: what are you going to do with the money? If there's an offer of 500 soul right now for any of the things, and I know what I'm going to do with the 500 soul, and I don't need the 500 soul, then maybe I won't do it. But if I had a plan for the 500 soul to make me 1,000 soul or whatever, then it's easier for you to kind of.
I see that. Yeah, it helps you to decide and accept. Okay. Okay, makes
I don't know.
sense.
For me, like whether I know, I don't know. I see 500 so sell like to the moon, bro.
Okay. I think I have maybe like last 2 questions for Farid before we wrap it up lah. Okay.
Sure.
So one. So I want to ask one thing. Do you see NFT taking over your physical card game
Business.
Yeah.
No,
never.
I don't think so. think so.
So physical sports cards is here to stay. It will have a market in the future, in the next 10 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think physical stuff will still be desirable lah. I mean, okay, I'll give you an example right now. Video games are all, it's so commonplace now, video games, right? But those old cartridges sell for hundreds of thousands. Do you know that? Like
I've
old
seen
Mario cartridges in great condition, they sell for thousands and thousands of dollars.
Wow.
It's because of the sense of nostalgia that you get when you hold something physical. I think that's a human thing. That's
I think I have that, but more to NFTs than physical stuff.
Maybe in the future, right, when they bridge that experiencing your NFTs thing, right, the future generation will feel that lah, when you can really fully experience an NFT. Because right now, most of it is just photos and PFPs.
It's JPEG, yeah.
Yeah.
It's JPEGs lah, right? It's hard to kind of really fully get into the experience of it to create that memory, to create that nostalgia in the future.
Yeah.
Right? You can what you probably think about when you think about NFTs in the past is maybe the community. Again, on that, right? And maybe some of the times you played the game or something. But I think physical items will be there lah. Cards, the reason why sports cards I feel are still gonna be there is sports will still be played in the future.
Okay, yeah, true.
Right. I mean, there's people are still gonna be playing basketball, maybe in a different form or in the next 100 years or something. People want to keep that memory.
So do you think, revenue-wise, do you think NFT is going to take over your sports cards business in the near future?
If I were to go full-time into like NFTs as well, revenue-wise, I don't know, man. I haven't sold a single thing, so it hasn't.
Ooh, but when you sell one, that's going to be boom.
Yeah, it's just going to snowball.
Yeah, I like the Portals one is the one that is probably right now the highest value for me. And I think the last one sold for 150 soul. And I'm nowhere near tempted to sell mine.
Okay.
Because
Good gauge.
I think it's like we're only 2 months in, and this is a metaverse play. So although it's tempting to cash in, and maybe I will in the next few months if I know what to do with the money lah. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's because you don't know what to do with the 100. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'll sell it if I think there will be a dip, and then I can buy more.
Okay. Can. Okay, I have one last question for you. How do you explain to your family, to your wife, your kids, what do you do for a living?
Or is it? Yeah. Well, it was hard to explain in the past when I was buying stuff non-stop, cards over and over again. And then they would say, stop buying lah. I just tell them lah, I sell cards to people so that they can enjoy it, and that's how you make money. My kids are starting to get into Pokemon, so hopefully they kind of get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can continue the legacy, yeah.
Yeah. So I also hold a bunch of stuff I told them to keep. So maybe when they're older, they need money to go on dates or something, right?
Wow. Follow the father.
You never know.
Yeah, but I think for me it's I think it was important for me to get my kids kind of seeing what I do, because I think it involves a lot of taking care of stuff. You know, to take care of your stuff, right? Because you need to take care of your stuff. When it's a collectible, you need to take care of it, right? You need to handle it properly. It's something that's gonna, bring you wherever it is, like, and it kind of hopefully relates to actually taking care of other stuff, because it might cost them. And also the second part is just teaching simple business things like don't sell for a loss.
Strategies like whatever we discuss now.
Yeah, correct, exactly. But in a simpler way lah, not about selling for a loss lah, but I guess it's more about trying to see how you can make money. Starting to get them to think about how they can make money. And if it's with things like cards and stuff, it's a lot easier than other things, I think.
Wow, so, that's very interesting. Getting them exposed.
Get them involved lah.
Nice.
So they now look at my NFTs as well. They look at my Astral Baby Apes.
Oh wow!
Right.
And they kind of drive the thing as well. This one is cute. This one is cute. So now I have like 16 baby apes.
Oh, it's just cute. I thought you ask them ni cute, rare ke tak?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah. That's why it's cute already. But they're starting to ask me lah. So how much do you think you can sell this? How much is this? So do you think this is rare? Stuff like that. So,
then do you do like a exemplification, this one, right? If Bapak sell, can buy you ice cream for 2 years. And then they will be like, huh? 2 years? And then, their eyes will twinkle. And then they, because of that, like, their mind start calculating. Wow. If my dad sell this NFT.
They don't care about ice cream, bro. It's Robux.
Whoa.
Oh, Robux. Oh, yeah. Robux.
Wow, they just want the credits, man.
They are in this world before we are in this world, bro.
Yeah, they're in their metaverse. Roblox is their world.
Their journey to NFT is going to be very seamless.
Yeah, correct. Now they already want to buy all this. Hey, this is nice. This is a nice digital outfit lah. This is cool.
I haven't exposed my daughter yet. Every time she asks me like, "But I need to buy this, need Robux." Like, no, don't use money to buy stuff. And then you have the dad buying NFT. And so on.
Wow. Okay. So
that's a conversation that we'll have lah.
Yeah. Next episode, will you allow your daughter to buy NFT?
That's a very interesting one.
If the NFTize everything already on Roblox, it's game over. That will be the biggest NFT market.
Wow. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I think, Bal, let's I kind of enjoyed this. Shall we wrap it up?
Sure. How you want to wrap it up? Maybe we can wrap it up by saying happy birthday, Aziz.
That's the one that-
Hey, thanks man. Hey, I think we should read comments lah. We should read the comments.
I mean, so far we have no comment. I think everybody's listening to us while we talk and rant most of the time.
One is saying that I'm a digital hoarder.
Yes.
Wait, so is it a thing? I'm not sure. Okay lah.
Bro, okay. It's better to be a digital hoarder than a physical item hoarder. Then the physical
Yeah.
item hoarder, your wife will see.
Yes. Yeah.
The digital one, you can hide in your wallet.
Okay. Okay.
You can even buy Ledger wallet straight away, select somewhere.
Correct.
Go on.
You hide.
Okay lah
There
guys.
won't be any mail days.
Wow, you guys are feeding me with ideas.
You really thinking how to get my Ledger S. Put as much NFT as I can inside there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, but how do we? So
You want to wrap up?
anything to share before we? So we need to give some time to Heenja to Fari to kind of give any plugs. If you want to give Fari, all yours, man.
Okay, so I have a portal which is like the metaverse room. And I'm actually gonna think about creating a card shop on the metaverse, and hopefully it's the first metaverse card shop ever where you can buy cards.
Is there a
you can check
preview?
it
No?
out.
Are you gonna share a preview? No.
Oh yeah, maybe I can show you.
Exclusive, guys.
Show
Okay,
you.
exclusive.
But
You
I
see it
haven't
here.
done a lot of the work yet. But
It's okay. WIP. Okay. Guys, you're seeing it first right here on NFTehTarik. But hype it up a bit.
Whoa. I'm happy.
this is my portal.
Whoa. Look at it.
Right now, I have mostly NFT artwork there. But what I will be doing is I'll be putting up a lot of the cards on display.
Oh, wow.
These
for
are physical
sale.
cards, right? The physical
Pictures
collections,
of
right?
physical cards, yeah. So you can have
Nice.
like a kind of showroom experience in the metaverse, and then you can just reach out to me. I have to be there anyway, so it's kind of like I have to man the store.
Okay.
But it's a metaverse store. I'm looking forward to this as like a new thing lah. I don't think anybody has done it yet.
Okay, so you arrange those
maybe
chairs
it'll be a
like,
fun.
for auctions lah.
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
So those are
nice.
going to be like auctions.
Okay. Any privileges for NFTehTarik viewers?
I don't know yet. If you want to buy cards, can lah. I'll give you the link once it's ready. I'll share with you guys the link.
Okay.
You guys can have a look. Follow my IG, and then when I put it up, if you guys want to have a look at the store in the metaverse, you guys can have a look at it. I'll give you the opening hours. Yeah, but it's fun. I think I really think it will be the first sports card shop in the metaverse. Well, I don't know yet, but that would be so cool if you're first
That'd be
at
cool.
anything.
I think it's the first, but then you also got to be the first to tell the world. Yeah, because I'm sure there are people around the world who will have the same idea. It's just about who will tell anyone first for sure. Yeah,
I think
but
it'll be
right now,
difficult to
eyes
get
are the
space
first.
in the metaverse now lah. So unless they want to have a big outlay as well, so I kind of have that. Anyway, I'll be doing this, and maybe in a couple of weeks you can see a full-fledged store, but in the metaverse.
Wow, nice. Yeah, thanks for sharing, man. It looks awesome.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for sharing this. This one gives me FOMO, man. Now I want a portal like this to showcase.
Now I want to open another show called NFT Creeps.
Oh,
But that would be awesome, huh?
oh my god! Hey, Bal, all the real estate you can actually get. Hey, welcome to my.
Yeah, you say,
And for-
my name is
it's
Fari. Welcome to my Meta Creep.
Yeah. It's good for digital hoarders like me, lah.
Yes.
Correct. If you look at the stuff I have, there's so much stuff on the wall.
Okay. Wow. Right. So looking forward to this completion. I mean, right now it already looks like It's looking
Probably
dope.
when you're launching, then we can open an episode for this, so that we can like go in.
This one is actually just like first. I was just playing around, make it look like a livable space. I haven't converted it into like a store. So I want to make it to feel like a shop. You know,
Okay,
so that'll be cool. I think.
Okay,
Take a while.
so I think once we're in, we can actually help you with some creative inputs lah. On how we can actually make it to like a store. It needs a DJ space. Who knows, you can invite Steve Aoki.
No pantry. Need a pantry also. Right?
DJ space.
Oh, have a
DJ
DJ.
space.
Okay.
Wow.
And that one will be connected to audience, which you can live stream music while people are shopping.
Oh.
There's fake oranges if your metaverse if your metaverse character is hungry, or fake pizza.
Everything provided for you.
Yeah, you can watch a show together. Everybody can have a private screening of some show.
Wow.
So can people go on dates here now?
I can rent out the place for you on a metaverse date.
Okay, where is this question leading to?
No, just wondering. Sounds like a nice place, to hang, art gallery.
Yeah, art gallery vibes.
Yeah. Okay, guys, check this out.
Thanks.
Just follow Heenja Cards on Instagram, and he'll share more details about it.
Yeah,
all right,
if you are excited to start going to the card world, just message me. I'm happy to answer any questions as well.
Card world. But if you are a digital hoarder,
go to Hazik's world. Go to Hazik's world.
Okay, hey guys,
I can't
thanks
believe
again.
you won't accept the 500 soul offer for a one-of-one Ninja Turtle, and that's.
It's just a number.
I mean, just to share a little bit about Hazik, he is actually a clean talker. That means on TikTok, he is a clean talk influencer. He does a lot of those cleaning videos.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and yet he's an NFT holder. Mind blown.
People don't get it. Actually, my wife don't get it. My wife don't get it. So you guys are not alone. Okay. Hey guys, so it's been like late already. So I want to thank Farid again for joining us.
Thanks.
He's got a long day today.
Thanks
After this, he's
having
gonna
me,
take some photos of his new collection, his new cards. So gotta give him some time for that. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. But anything to add?
Definitely thanks everybody for joining, and also like enjoy our banter, and also happy birthday Haziq.
Thanks, man.
Just nice like NFTehTarik going to end, only your party gonna start. So
party gonna start with
party in the
book
metaverse,
games.
bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into VFriends book games after this. See if there's anything there.
Are you gonna go IG live on that when you're minting?
No, bro. Nope.
It's gonna be a personal experience.
Yep.
Alright. Okay. If not, then thanks everyone. This is another episode of NFTehTarik. Hope to see you guys next week. Thanks everybody, and good night.
Guys.
Thanks you.
Thanks, Farid.
Thank you guys. Bye.